Well, hello everyone. This is Joe Drums coming to you. Hope everybody out there is doing great. I'm doing awesome. I just wanted to show off my new Koofy cap I ordered online. I got it a few days ago, and I just wanted to show you guys in the new video here today. It's the 2112 30th anniversary, and I ordered it because we're going to have a Rush tribute party with my band Gold Rush. We're doing a nice big cool tribute to Rush. We're going to have a lot of musicians there, a lot of friends there, family there, and we're just going to have a really good time. So that's coming up on May 3rd, and hopefully I'll have a lot of highlights and a lot of videos for that to show you. So that'll be coming up in the next few weeks here, so stay tuned for that. I had a question from somebody online today. It was from Casey Johnson. He wrote a couple of weeks ago. It's basically he wanted to know about drum heads. And I'll read the question. It says, if I may request a video, could you talk about which heads would be the best for each type of kit? Like the best heads for birch, maple, oak, and so on. Well, Casey, basically this is my take on it. Everybody has their own variation of how they want to pick out drum heads. There's many different style of heads out there. The two that I'm going to be talking about are the ones that I use the most. So I'm going to be talking about those, which I happen to have a couple of them here. This is a G2 Evans coated head. And then I have my original DW bottom heads, which these are single ply. These come on all the DW drums when you buy your DW drum set. So let's talk about the difference between coated and non-coated or clear heads. And basically this is a G2, it's a double ply head, and this is a single ply head, and this is clear. This is what comes on the bottom heads of DW drum sets when you buy them. I took mine off because I'm using Evans exclusively top and bottom. So I went and got the I take that back, the EC2s on the top and the G1 clear on the bottom. That's what I'm using on my DW set right now. But the G2s, basically what they do, I mean, these are clear too. If you look on the back, you can kind of see it's really shiny and clear like this head here. But what they do is it goes through a process where they spray it with the white coating on there. Giving it it dulls down the sound a little bit, making it a little bit more warmer. Back in the day, they didn't use plastic; they actually used animal skin, not just for ethnic drums, but they also used them for regular drum kits. Buddy Rich, I think Ringo Starr. I mean, all these old guys, they all went with the animal skin, and it did sound different from what I've talked to with pros and non-pros and some professionals. They all said the same thing. They said there was something about the animal skin. But in this day and age, everybody's going with either the coated or the clear most of the time. I tend to like the coated when I want to hear a warm sound. So you could put these on different drum sets, and they're all going to sound maybe a little bit different, but what's going to be the most the most usual sound on this is kind of a warm, dry sound, which is good. If you're looking for that sound, then that's what you want. You jazz guys out there, I think pretty much all you guys would probably agree with me is coated is the way to go for that style of music. If you want more punch and more volume, clear heads are usually the way to go. Everybody's different. Like I said, I've talked with Dave Wackel, I've talked with JoJo Mayer. Everybody's different. JoJo's been using coated lately, but before that he was using clear. So again, there's a lot of different ways you can go about. If you're recording or if you're playing live, there's not really one way to pick out. But most of you guys, if you're at home, you're not playing out, you maybe play with a band once in a while. You can go either way, whether you're recording at home or whether you're playing out. These will both give you a really good sound. It's just the way you tune them. I tend to basically keep all the top heads and the bottom heads the same tension so that one sound comes out of it. Now, back in the 80s, I used to tune drums, and I used to have the top head a little bit looser and the bottom head was tighter. and it kind of gave the feel of, like, when electronic drums come out, they had that first electronic drum that would go boo, and you notice the pitch would start from high and then drop down. So that's what guys were doing with their toms then. They wanted that boo sound with their drums, and the way to do that is to have the bottom head tighter than the top. Because when you hit the drum, you're hitting the percussive sound of it. You're hearing that first, but what you're really hearing the tone come from is the bottom head. So it kind of goes backwards and then back up again, and then you hear the tone of the drum. So guys were doing that. If you're looking for that sound, again, that's totally your preference. I did that for a while. Like I said, back in the 80s, I was kind of emulating my heroes, and that's what they were doing, so I was doing it. Nowadays, I kind of keep both heads the same, like I said, and I try to get them to the point where they're just a little bit of a wrinkle, and then I take the wrinkle out. And I do the same thing with the bottom head as well. So actually, this is a really good combination. G2's on the top, clear on the bottom. You can go with Remo. You don't have to go with Evans. Again, I've been using Evans for, last probably 10 years now. But before that, I used Remo exclusively all the time. And I still love Remo to this day. In fact, you still got to kind of love both because, I'm playing a Bonham set, and Bonham played Remo heads. He had the black CS black dots on top, and that's the sound that he had for the Vistalite set. Imagine trying to put coated heads on a Vistalite set. Not a good thing, but I'm sure all you guys would probably know that. Because the drum set's clear, and you'd want, a clear-looking head, so make everything see-through. That's just kind of, a given. But anyway, hopefully that sheds some light on drum heads. Like I said, I'm not really the best guy to talk to about this. I've got my own opinions about things, and everybody does most of the time. I just found what I liked for myself right now, and that's what I use. So, if you have any other questions about drum heads or anything, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just basically, using 2-layer on top, single layer on the bottom, and I could go coated or clear. And really, you just got to keep playing around with them, experiment. That's what I used to do, is I experimented on different drums to find what sound that I liked the best for me. And it doesn't matter whether it's a maple set or a birch set or an oak set or whatever. I think they'll all pretty much sound about the same whether you have clear or coated on there. It's just really what you're looking for sound. If you want that nice, crisp attack sound and you want them to ring out really good, and you want that power, then go with the clear heads. If you want kind of a dry coated sound, again, the coated heads are probably better for that. It gives you that drier sound, more of a warmer feel to it. It's hard to describe, other than all I can say is I know the coated heads feel dry and warm to me, where the other the clear heads are more powerful. They ring out a lot more because there's nothing coating them, so they're going to ring out a lot more. And that's what's cool about, maybe when you play live, use clear, but when you're recording, and you want that warmer sound, then go with the coated. So I figured today what we'll do, I've been practicing a lot with the Rush stuff, because with the Rush band, I figured, let's take a look at, because I had somebody a couple weeks ago that had mentioned something about Limelight. And I couldn't remember, and I couldn't find the question what it was, but I figured I'd go through Limelight, but I'll do it slow. There's a lot of guys out there doing a great job playing Limelight, the normal speed, playing along with the track. Again, I'm all for that too. I'd love to play the track for you guys, but you've seen my Rush band. They've played it. So I guess that's about as close as you're going to get right now. I'm not going to play it with the Rush track. But what I will do is I'll have the headphones on. We're going to do that right now. I'll put the headphones on. I'm going to play the song, at least the first page of it. And you can kind of see what how he's playing around with different patterns and fills that he uses in the song. And I've been really analyzing all these Rush songs. I've been trying to, learn them and get them in my head correctly. Again, just like the Bonham stuff, nobody's ever going to play, the Bonham stuff like, Bonham, because they're not Bonham. Only Bonham could play and do the feel and the way he played and everything to give it that feel of the way Zeppelin's sound was. That's why Zeppelin never got back together. I mean, they did for that with Jason Bonham, but other than that, I think Rush. As soon as you hear the drums from Neil, that's Neil. I mean, nobody else could fill his shoes. They could play his stuff, but again, they can't play it the way he played it because they're not him. So I'm going to play this stuff again. Don't be too critical. Like I said, I'm still learning. I've been playing these songs for 20, 30 years, and I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. So I hope you guys, if you have any questions about any of the stuff that I talked about today or played today, let me know. Drop me a line. And, this weekend is Easter. I hope you guys have a great Easter. If you guys have any other questions or problems about anything, just feel free to drop them down and send them to me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But until then, you guys take care, keep rocking, and here we go with the Rush.
Feeling good and we're on the roll. I feel you feel, we're all feeling. We don't mind if our music's not your guide. Searching for people wanting to explore. Listen to our song. Nothing else going on. Feel it, believe it. This is what it's all about. You can scream your heart out loud. Feel it, believe it. On track, looking back for another. I feel you feel, we're all feeling. We don't mind if our music's not your guide. Searching for people wanting to explore. Listen to our song. Nothing else going on. Feel it, believe it. 'Cause this is what it's all about. You can scream your heart out loud.
You can't regret what you don't live. You only see what you pretend. One chance to show you who I am. One chance to show you who I am. I'll make it last to the very end. One chance to show you who I am. I'll make it last